Well, you know what this is. I'm Jerome from B Fam Cooking, and this is Beyond the Restaurant Door. I am here to bring you somebody that is pulled it out of his own butt. I don't know how he did it. He decided he was going to do something that was like, hey, I really like whiskey. I like wine. I like to, I like to taste a few things, but you know what? I'm very focused on supporting my community. Now, that's the type of person I am. I'm ex-military, United States Air Force, and this guy's got a story. He's out there trying to push the best people of color alcohol. That's wine. That happens to be, that is a whiskey. That is rum. That is he's got it all. He's selling it his own stuff, and he also spun up their own site. That's a man that takes the thing in his hands and runs with it. Everybody, your friend Charles. Let's bring him in.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, man. Thanks so much. And that intro is fantastic. Man, the music, I was vibing, man. And man, your words are way too kind, man. So yeah, I really appreciate for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Well, this is something I found you on. I find people the weirdest ways. I end up people's restaurant. We end up at a cooking class or something. But you came to me via email. Somebody else has sent me over. I was like, what? I don't know what DC.
Oh man.
let me get this guy. I said, look, I got you. You're one of the first people I wanted to get on the new site. And then I got this lady who is a black food scientist that I'm trying to pull her in, right? But you stepped up, came to us, you said yes. So now we're online and we're ready to go. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself? How did this all start for you, my friend?
All right, awesome. Well, hey, and once again, thanks again for getting me on. So it really started, I want to say around 2 or 3 years ago. We're in the pandemic, everything's locked down and stuff. And I was really looking for like a new creative outlet, right? And also, I was online and I saw an advertisement for Burr Brothers, which is a black-owned distillery out of Kentucky. And so I've heard of Uncle Nearest, of course, but then I was like, okay, Burr Brothers, never heard of them before, so let me go try and find them. Of course, I'm in Northern Virginia, so like they don't have it here at the local ABC stores. But then I went to D.C. and to a liquor store called Chat's on Capitol Hill. It's a black-owned liquor store, probably one of the oldest black-owned liquor stores in the D.C. area. And the owner, Bernie, had so many different black-owned spirits, and the light just kind of popped in my head, like as far as like, man, look at all these different brands and different. And I ended up walking away with like 3 or 4 bottles. I had like Los Hermanos, which is a 1978, which is a black-owned tequila. I had got a Foudre, which is a black-owned vodka, and there was another whiskey right, which had this wonderful trade with whiskey. They're no longer in business, but basically he just kind of put me on and to let me know about all these different black folks that actually made spirits. And so for me, whenever I just learn something new, I just kind of like latch on to it. And then I just started researching and finding all these other brands. And luckily, DC is like such like chocolate city down here. So there's actually a lot of these brands exist in the area, and the local stores support them. So whenever I'll go to a store, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I found this. You know what I mean? And so, and then I just started building a bar. I was just buying like a bunch of bottles, and people would come over and ask me about them. Like they're like, hey, I'm a bartender. I never heard of this one before.
Wow.
And I'm just talking about like, hey, this black woman owns this person's from here, and just telling these founder stories. And people really really loved like hearing that from me. So I was just like, you know what, let me just start making some TikToks. And so I started making TikToks, not expecting, anything to come of it. I mean, some of my early videos are bad, like they look bad, but I just kind of stayed committed to like making TikTok videos and telling people about tasting different black-owned spirits and telling about the founder stories and things like that. And then, you just kind of kept going through it, learned how to actually make a better video and stuff. I kept collecting different bottles, and then eventually, once the following grew, people started sending me stuff. So I was like, okay, sure, like I'm not no influencer by any means, but yeah, I'll try.
Isn't it like the really weird thing that you just make a suggestion to people because you like it? It's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even about, Oh man, I heard this thing and I heard that thing. You're not Jay-Z. You're not Beyonce.
Exactly.
All you are is just a guy, and you're giving your honest opinion. I've mentioned so many people about so many. I'm on Long Island, and I mentioned about there's a donut shop that was out east that just had popped up, and I mentioned it to one friend. Now they go every time. I mentioned something else about
Yeah.
this whole process of being original and thinking, hey, all I can do is support and suggest. That's
Exactly. Yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, I never said I was an expert at anything. I'm your friend. You're right. Like, I'm your friend, and just showing people like, hey, you don't have to be a celebrity to be black excellence, right? Like, they're thinking if you have to have a brand, you have to be a Kevin Hart, a Jay-Z, a Cardi B, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, or even like I like the tequila I was mentioning. It was by two brothers in Baltimore, whatever, right? And like, listen, the CEO or George Clooney, whatever, he's never going to pour me a shot of his tequila. But Dante from Los Hermanos poured me a shot of his tequila, and we drank to it. And it was, not only was it smooth, it was good. You know what I mean? But also, it didn't have any additives. It was great stuff, and it actually means something to like, hey, I can buy something that normally people think like, hey, black people aren't in this area, or they're not in this arena, and I can actually do that and support my community at the same time. So I think it was just a fantastic. And then like going back to how I started, like the content creating, it just kind of grew and grew. And then last November, I actually kind of had a vision of like, I want to build this website, but I just had like a bunch of links to stuff, and it's like, man, this didn't really feel right, So then I actually kind of soul searched and found out like, hey, how could I make this store a thing? How could I help people buy stuff? Because every time I post a video, people ask me about it, and I'm like, yeah, try your local XYZ or go to their website or whatever. And so it just kind of, a lot of late nights and YouTube University, and like, staying up to 2:00 in the morning when I had to be to work at 8:00, just trying to get this thing built and, have the largest e-commerce platform exclusively for black-owned spirits, wines, and beers. And, there's even zero-proof products on there now. And
wow. I was checking out the site, man. I was seeing, you had products and and I'm not a big beer drinker, but yeah, beer and glasses. And I saw you had mentioned in one of your other videos, it looks like you're gonna be selling some swag. I love is this one of the shirts that you got there? Is that one of the things?
No, this is just I just threw this one on, man. Like hey, listen, man, whenever someone sees me wear this and I get that thumbs
Black
up,
women
like
are
I know
really
what
everything.
it is.
That's I have 6 sisters, so I'm really supportive of black women.
Yes.
But I gotta back you up. So you said you started like in 2020,
like around 2022, 2023, around that time frame.
Cool. And it was you said the Burr Brothers, is that right?
Yeah, Burr Brothers. They are by they're three brothers based out of Kentucky. One of them is actually from the industry, and another one, I believe he's an Army vet. I'm not mistaken, but they have Kentucky. They have I think the first black-owned distillery in Kentucky. Then there's another brand called Fresh. I think they have the second black-owned distillery in Kentucky. But they're the Burr Brothers. They're actually been doing really well. I think they recently had a collaboration with Kentucky State down there, their local HBCU, which is really cool. And they've been killing it. So, and then they just expanded to rum and gin. And I think you do tours down there if you wanted to. I haven't made it my way down to Kentucky yet, but that's definitely on the list.
So you are selling what, 350 products? Is that right?
Around 400 now that I think about it. Yeah.
Me.
So like the thing is, so we added on, so we have spirits and wines, and then also we have the zero proof products, and then also we added like, I also saw this one epidemic of people just aren't getting together. There's no more kickback. So I added a kickback section. So we have black-owned card games. We got snacks on there, just stuff like that on there as well. I've recently just started to try to add in some cocktail books. So eventually we're going to get those on there as well. And of course, I got two fantastic black women-owned glassware brands on the site as well too. So it's been growing. Like anything that's like behind the bar or things that can bring black folks together. Like I want to be a part part of it and have a whole, basically have a whole offering for folks where it's like, I want to do more mixers. I want to do more of the little bit of everything where, hey, I can build an entire black-owned cocktail from glass to garnishes to liquid to everything eventually.
So I'm gonna have to add on my site, man. Like I said, I just finished my site. My site does recipes as a main thing, and then I have all these other little sections. But I'd love to have you on there. I saw all of your. I didn't see all of them. I watched a lot of them, and they all had a recipe for different cocktails, which I thought would be really, really, really cool. And it would be great to showcase. I saw your Juneteenth punch, which looked really interesting.
Yes.
Tell me about the Juneteenth punch.
Juneteenth, but so yeah, gosh, I can't remember that one. It was back, that was back in June, man. I've been a lot of drinks since then. But for normally whenever there's a particular holiday or something like that, I want to do a punch for. I've done stuff for homecoming. Just trying to be creative and find out different ways to just mix up different spirits and stuff like that. And also, a lot of folks sometimes, like, if you think about spirits and stuff, people are just trying to think like, hey, let's just shots, let's get wasted, whatever. But really, when it comes to a lot of the products I have, there's nothing cheap. They're all premium products, and people who really just want a nice beverage.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I always want to make something where, hey, we're not just mixing up a bunch of stuff. Like, I've seen people mix up cut waters and beatboxes or whatever just to pass out, whatever. Like, no. If I'm going to make a cocktail, it's because I like something I like to drink, something that that's a nice beverage and stuff like that too. So it's one of those things where, hey, I always want to do something creative and something that someone. I don't want to say my age. We're not old enough. We're not old by any means, but something where someone my age will actually, hey, this is a nice adult beverage, a nice drink to have, not just hey, we're doing this to get wasted or something like that. I make drinks for people that have to go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? I make drinks for people that got something to lose.
Something to lose. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw that you sell even dehydrated fruits and things that go inside the drinks, plus the glasses.
Yes.
Which is phenomenal. How are you doing this and doing the day job? I know I'm a hustler, so I have to assume you just hustling. That's just how you hustle.
Listen, it took a lot. It definitely took a lot. So the beautiful thing about UrFriendCharles is that I really wanted to build not just a store, but it's really a platform. So there's even some products, like the dehydrated fruits, for example, that's made by a company called Blue Henry. That's a Black woman-owned brand. They're actually based out of in I think PG County, Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. But for that one, they're actually just links to their Amazon store. Oh. So like there are products I have on there where, hey, I knew when I built UrFriendCharles that I was going to become like the de facto standard for like Black-owned spirits. Like if you're not there, people going to come here to learn about different things. So I didn't want people to think like just because it's not on my website that they don't exist. So like where I do sell and ship a lot of products, there's some products on there where it's just, hey, this is a link to their store, right? Like, hey, sometimes I get a little kickback, sometimes I don't. But it's just like, hey, you have a great story. For whatever reason, I can't get you on the website to sell, but like, hey, I still want people to know you exist. Here's a link to their website. Go find them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I saw you did a panel with Wine and Culture Fest 2025. Yes. Tell me about that. How did that? I mean, it was July. But,
that was amazing. They're Wine and Culture Fest. They've been around for I didn't know like 8 years now, and they've been doing it all over the place. And the folks who run it are really amazing. There's so many great creators and different people that actually really know wine. Like I like wine, but wine isn't like my forte. Like I'm not going to call myself an expert. It was good to be in the same rooms as like some of the experts, right? And being able to just learn so much from them, and then also just learning from so many different creators as well too. Like on the panel, I had one of the guys. They actually run other wine festivals, and like they do really big things. I think they had one in Madison Square Garden. I think at one point too, which was amazing. So I think it was just really cool, just connecting the community, connecting with people that are passionate about a thing, and meet up for it. So it's just been really great to even be recognized by some of these folks and get an opportunity to speak and like host panels and things like that.
So your wine spectacle interview is that
Spectator? Yeah, that one was really cool. That one just kind of came through the email, like, hey, she found me, she wanted to do an interview, and like I really didn't know how big of a deal like that magazine was. Like
Mm-hmm.
I posted on my LinkedIn, and I'm talking like my old boss from 2 jobs ago is sending me congratulations.
Congratulations.
You know what I mean? Like it was like I just posted like, hey, I did another interview, and like I had no idea it was such a big deal. Like it was like because that's a really big brand. So
Yeah, it
it's
is.
really, yeah, it just feels so amazing just to like, you start something just for like just to help people out, just to be your friend, right? And to
Right.
get some of that recognition for it. And like, it's not about money or anything like that. Just like, hey, helping me being a small business and being able to help other small businesses grow. And just knowing like, hey, the bigger that I get, the more places I'm at. Everything I sell is all small Black businesses too. So it's like, hey, the bigger I am, the bigger they are, so it's just been a great experience.
So you, how did this happen for you, man? I mean, did you, when you were a kid, did you just think, oh, I just want to own a liquor store? Is this like a long time dream, or?
Honestly, so really, I just always had that personality of just wanting to help people. I wanted to make an impact in a way, and I wanted to help small businesses. Like even growing up, like I'm a business major. I went to Federal State University, and just even growing up through before college, like I always like to see things. How can I be more efficient? What can be better about that? And even before Your Friend Charles made videos about liquor, I had an adult coloring book that I was out, and I was
going there. I was going there.
Adult coloring book, like trying to hustle that thing out, So I just always just loved helping people. And then when I actually got onto about the Black-owned liquors and stuff, like I started making videos and content about it, and it just stuck. Like people really gravitated towards it. So
you consider yourself a serial entrepreneur, or just a regular? I'm just a regular kind of guy. I'm just trying to help people.
I have a lot of ADHD. That's what it is. Like a serial entrepreneur and a lot of ADHD. Like, listen, there's always something going on where it's like, hey, I had this idea about this and I had something about this like this, but Your Friend Charles was really like, there's always 100 different ideas. Like I had an idea about a different type of workers company at one point, but like, it's Your Friend Charles is the one thing where it's like, hey, I actually was able, well, not the one thing, but I could really execute it. And I can actually see like, hey, the impact that you're making on folks, like being able to diversify liquor cabinets, things that I was able to help other entrepreneurs out. Like, I mean, I remember I made a video about just Dumas rum. They're a Black-owned 14-year-old rum, and I made a video about them being available at this store called BK Miller out in Clinton, Maryland. And then the owner came, that I saw him. He was like, man, because of your video, I sold out. Someone came and just cleared the shelves, and like he was just so grateful. And just being able to know like, hey, I was able to help other Black businesses and people in a way economically, like it's
to have economic impact, right? Yeah, that's what's important. So I see that you like to support people. You're connected with this Good Projects. Is that right?
Good Projects.
Tell me a little bit about that support.
Oh my gosh. So Good Projects is very interesting how that came about. So I actually went to Dreamville about, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. And, that's a big music festival down in North Carolina.
Okay.
And Good Projects was there. They had like their charity stand there. And like,
so what do they do, man? What do they support?
So they do a lot of great stuff in DC where they have these things called Good Zones. So they're, helping with tutoring. They're helping with financial literacy. They're helping reduce violence in different areas and stuff. Like they're doing coat drives, everything. So they're just doing so much
great work.
So it's an after-school
program, is that right?
They do more than stuff after school. Yes, they do stuff after school. They're just
job assistance, housing support.
Exactly, a little bit of everything. So their goal is to like, hey, get people to a place where they can make like $80,000 a year, right? So I mean, so that's starting from the schools. That's starting for like young adults. Like that's a lot of stuff in there where they're doing so many different programs to help folks in their community to like, hey, if we can bring these folks out of certain situations, bring them out of poverty, give them the skills they need, then like, it just helps them so much more in life. So, I met them 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't have a business then. Mm-hmm. And I just knew in the back of my head, like, listen, I need to support you guys. I bought a hat, you know what I mean? But like,
any way you can help
somehow. And so, but when I had Your Friend Charles, like, to me, I wanted to do stuff like to get rid of school lunchroom debt. I wanted to do something tied to a charity, but like I have too much stuff going on to actually do it myself. So to be able to use through my liquor sales and helping Black businesses to be able to also help out the community that helped me become the person I am today in DC. Like that, it was just a natural fit. So it's been great.
So you give like a portion back of your proceeds to?
Yes, a portion of all my profits does go to charity, good projects. Yeah,
outstanding. So back to the coloring book. Not to jump too far off the topic, but I'm an artist originally. I wanted to be a cartoonist when I was a kid. I ended up doing something that's totally different and went in the military. Yada yada yada. You know, but black adult coloring book. Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh. So like color culture really started off kind of like a hustle. Like, hey, let me just try to make something really quick, right? So like I made one. I bought like a coloring book off the Etsy or whatever. I was like, hey, I'm gonna resell this. And then my friend told me, and she was like, yo, this is crap. You need to do better.
Yeah.
And so with that, I took that. So I'm not an artist by trade, right? But I took all these pictures of Black women, whether it was my friends, my family, or just stock images I could. Found someone on Fiverr that could actually recreate those pictures and make them into coloring book pages, and then just kind of curate the list for me. And so like I was able to produce the book. I actually got it printed at a Black-owned printer in Baltimore because I wanted to have an all-Black supply chain. So like, you know, I like to say on the back of it, like this book was created by us, but for everyone. So like it was packed, shipped, drawn, edited, thought of, everything pretty much by Black people for everyone. The only part of it that's not Black is like I sold it on Etsy, right? Like or like the
by Black.
So like, you know, I just wanted to, hey, how can I make an all Black supply chain and not just be like, I wanted to not only say it but do it.
That's phenomenal. So man, I got a couple of questions to hit up in there. I wanted to get some understanding as to about this booze. So I got the stuff that I have in my house. This is one of the brands, Foudre. Right?
Nice.
Right, and of course we have the go-to.
Of course, you gotta have the Uncle Nearest on side.
Some of us is doing a little bit better than others. I see over there, my friend.
There's some out there that I still don't have. Like there's that. I think it was like the 1820. That one, that I still don't have that one. There's an uncut rye that I don't have. I have the regular rye. There's an uncut one I don't have yet either. So like, yeah, there's still a few bottles I'm still hunting on.
So let's talk about this in particular. We have our little friend. Tell me a little bit of the story about this, so we can hit up on it. Hit me with this Uncle Nearest story.
So listen, Uncle Nearest is an amazing brand founded by Foudre, and really it's celebrating the original master distiller, Nearest Green, who basically taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. Like he's the godfather of I think they call it the Tennessee process, or I'm blanking on the name of it on top of my head. But basically, Nearest Green pretty much founded how we drink whiskey today. And Jack Daniels being one of the biggest brands ever. And so Foudre saw that story around 8 years ago and started making a brand out of it. And so I'm just glad to see that it's been growing so much over the years and being able to bring the story of Nearest Green to light. And one thing I really do also love about Uncle Nearest is that they are not just that, hey, we're successful and that's it. Like they invest in other brands. Like they not only like, hey, we made it to the top, and even compared to like the biggest brands, they're really small, but like even through that climb, they're bringing up other brands, they're investing in other folks, so I just really love everything that I love. First, love the products. I said be good juice, right? So the products are good. And then you also have to have a good founder and a good story.
Yeah, so Fawn Weaver, we want you on the show. That's what we got to get to.
Yes. Yeah, get on the show, Fawn. Get on the show.
Yeah. So anyway, the Nearest brand, when I saw it originally, was the story. Their marketing was phenomenal. That perfect voice for it, perfect tone set for it. And I said I picked this. This is like I think when I bought mine, it was like the 2 days after that video hit I was like, it was middle of COVID. I was like, I got to get this in, So I only have these because I have a lot of booze in this house. I don't sell mine.
Yeah.
So I literally belong to about 4 or 5 different wine shared places of
like whiskey boxes, like those
and I got a bunch of those, and this was a whiskey thing, and I was like, boom, I got to get this on order. Back in the day, but now I see your stuff. I'm gonna have to be, running over there to get you something.
Listen, people keep asking me to come up with a subscription box or something like that, and I'm like, man, the thing is, like, I need to make one that I would actually want to buy from. You know what I mean? Like,
that is exactly what you have to do.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just make something just because, like, it's for money or for profit, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to make, like, if I put it on the site, it has to be something that I would actually drink. It has to be something that I would actually buy. So if there's an offer up there, I actually have to make it worth it. So I'm still kind of pondering how can I make that happen.
So maybe you do it, you break it down into for the beginning, maybe buy yearly. So every 6 months you're gonna curate something and put it together. Get these 4 brands, because you need what I like to call pantry level versus a boot. I mean, I'm over pantry level now. I got like 25 bottles of booze over here and 300 bottles in the other room. So you need a pantry level versus must-haves that is gonna make your family and friends happy when they come visit you. That's basically it.
Yeah, I mean, people always ask me, like, hey, like, do like a black-owned bar, like just a kit, like, hey, here's the 5 bottles you need or something like that, wrap that up in a nice package or whatever and stuff too. So I'm still working through that. Like, I had some offers to do some stuff with some other folks, so I'm still kind of working through everything is going to be. Like, first I was like, hey, listen, let me get the year of actually, like, running a store under my belt, right? There's so much that goes into, like, hey, just getting the products on there, talking to owners, working through customer service issues, right? Like, I never had to do that before. So let me learn how to do that stuff, and then let me add on all the extra stuff there too that can that really helps out too.
So what would you say? We're at the end of the year. We're looking at 2026, which I know is going to be a phenomenal year because it's got to be better than this year.
Yes.
Because this year, not so good. But 2026, give me top 10 for that.
Top 10?
Top 10. Is top 10 too much? Let's do top 5 then.
No. I can do a top 10, but man, only 10 is crazy. Like,
top 10 for what you must have on your booze shelf across the room. Jerome, you don't have this, but you should get that.
This is so hard. man.
Yeah.
I would stand up, but like I don't want people to see what's underneath there. So So probably one of my best ones I'll probably have right now is Edmonds. Of course, you got to have your Uncle Nearest, right?
You gotta have your Uncle Nearest.
Gotta have your Uncle Nearest. But once you have that, this Edmonds Honor is a vanilla bourbon. It was created by the good folks at Pronghorn and Tracy Franklin. This actually, Edmonds Honor actually goes back to the formal slave botanist who actually kind of created the way that we do vanilla today. And he died. He never really got the credit he deserved. But like the only reason we have vanilla extract and all that type of stuff today is because he was able to create the way that we pollinate vanilla by hand. And so this Edmonds Honor is I think it's a 4-year bourbon, and they infuse it with cognac cask and vanilla, Madagascar vanilla. Yeah, I can't believe I knew that and I didn't have to read the bottle. That's amazing. This Edmonds Honor, super fantastic. It's a great bourbon. Also, this one right behind me right here, this LS Cream Liqueur.
Yeah.
That is a Haitian creamus founded by what's her name? I'm going to blank. I'm mad at blanking on it. But it's a brother sister team. They're actually Canadian. They're first generation Americans, right? And so they
Haitian. They're making Haitian. Canadians.
Yeah, it's a Haitian creamers. Yeah, they're Haitian.
Right over the United States.
They live in Toronto, but they're bringing that over from Haiti, and like it's a beautiful beautiful cream liqueur. Think about like your Kahlua or anything like that. Like you can put it in ice cream. I put it in hot cocoa recently. It was fantastic.
Hot
You can
cocoa.
put it in your any of your bourbons, anything like. I haven't found a thing that doesn't mix well with yet. So definitely some of the LS cream liqueur.
That's two, three if you count.
I think I do love Dumas rum. They're 14-year-old. They're 14-year aged rum out of Maryland. Gosh, I think the owner name is Brian, but like, don't quote me on that. But that's a beautiful rum, super fantastic. It's a dark rum. It's a sipper. Like you can make a rum old fashioned out of it. It's not like a party rum. Like it's definitely a good sipper on that one. And actually, you know what? I'm not looking behind me all the time. I'm about to go to UrFriendCharles.com right now. The largest e-commerce platform for Black-owned spirits. Let's see, another one I'll recommend. Oh, Foudre Scotch, you have it. If you're a Scotch man, definitely get up that Foudre. That's super fantastic. For vodka's weird because there's so many different ones. I'm gonna take two. There is Black Leaf. That is actually they're based out of DC, and they actually use French wheat in their vodka. So it's not like just like a strict corn or whatever. Like it's different. Like it's super smooth. It's fantastic. And then also there's a flavored vodka called Foudre, which is super fantastic. That was actually the first video. If you go back to Your Friend Charles, like one of my first videos I ever did. And that one's a pomegranate vodka, and the bottle looks like a lightning bolt. Like it blows my mind, but like super fantastic. And let me see, for tequila, gosh, there's so many good choices. I love the brothers at Los Hermanos, is it 78? I believe it's 1978.
Okay.
It's super fantastic. They have your Blanco, Añejos, and Reposados. They're really good. And then also Tequila with Friends. They have the same thing. They're four friends based out of Dallas, Texas. And so they're actually like probably the second Black-owned tequila I ever had. But yeah, they're super fantastic as well too. And I ship those all over the place too. And that's a really like a nice, hey, let's party tequila. I like that one. Like it sneaks up on you too.
So to talk about somebody who I heard from your videos, I am questioning. And based in New York, I got to talk with these people because I'm in New York, right? We got Devil's Wreath. What's up with that?
Devil's Wreath, yes, that is a cinnamon rum. I actually made a hot toddy with it at one point. Like it's really good too. Yeah. That one is one of the ones I unfortunately do not sell yet. Like just for whatever reason, liquor laws, whatever, distributor. So like it's one of those things. But I do have them on my website, but it's just kind of like a link to their website or whatever, right? So it's one of those ones where it's like, hey, they make a great product. I want them to be available. I want people to find them. So like I put them on my website, regardless if I make money from it or not. So
big picture. I mean, not to blow up your spot or anything like that, but what is it that you hope to do? Do you hope to just get be like a Total Wines or something like that? We have every wine selection in a brick and mortar location.
So Your Friend Charles is never going to be as big as Total Wine. Like I'm a niche of a niche, right? So like I really don't know if I can ever get that large. Really, what I want to do is create a platform for some of these small brands to be able to be found in ways that it can do. Like not everyone can afford a Kevin Hart to talk about their brand or whatever, right? Like you know how much money it costs to get on the front page of Total Wine? Like you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars, right?
Right.
Just to get like when you have an end cap at a liquor store, man, that's hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars right there. Whereas like on UrFriendCharles.com, I have Black-owned tequila brands. You're not competing with hundreds of other tequila brands, right? You're there with other brands of similar size. I'm not going to put you beside Kevin Hart. I'm not going to put you beside some other famous The Rock or whatever. Like these are all small Black-owned tequila brands, and they're like women-owned, Caribbean-owned, Divine Nine-owned. If you type in Howard University, like products from Howard University are going to pop up, right? Like from Howard University grads, HBCU grads, whatever, right? So really just being a platform so that small businesses can not only be viable and be found and be able to get their products out there. I mean, and another cool thing is like it's not all about me as well. Like I have a Black-owned liquor store founder on there, right? Like I make no money from that, right? But it's really just like, hey, I want people to be able to find products and be able to buy them no matter how they like, no matter how they like to do it, right? So, you can find out. My main goal is like, I would love that if, let's say, you're at your local liquor store and you might have my website pulled up trying to find like, hey, what's black owned here? Or you go to your local liquor store and be like, hey, listen, I really want this product. Can you get this for me or whatever, right? And
like the Kamala Harris booze that you showed in one of your other videos.
That one was one. Yeah. That one's not black owned. It's a woman-owned distillery, but that was not black owned. But like, still, it was just to be able to like, hey, show people like, hey, these products exist, right. And to know that, hey, and I could just share these products and give them a visibility where, like, there was one video I think I did on Total Wine that did like 3 million views or whatever, right? And I did the math, like, in order to pay, you could pay for views, of course, right? It would have cost the brand like maybe $50,000 to get that many views, and I just did it for free and was able to be like, brands are loving. They're calling me like, listen, people are calling me all over the place. Phones are ringing off the hook. They want this, and just to be able to do that for my community is amazing, right? So that's really what I love to do.
Of course. I mean, you one of your missions was back in one of your videos was something about vote your dollar. So that's why I brought up the
vote with your dollar. Yep.
Yeah. This is the situations that we have out there today is screaming, I really want that Kamala Harris.
Yeah, you know what?
I want to go back there and say, hey.
Oh, gosh, yeah. That one, they sell it in D.C. It's a small woman-owned distillery out in D.C. They make it. Listen, I'll send you a link. I don't have it on my website yet, but I'll send you a link to get it.
Yeah. So I just want to dig into your history a little bit more in reference to this whole thing. I mean, was your parents really involved in making you a serial entrepreneur? Or is it
not really? I mean, like they're just happy that I got a job, right? My dad, he's retired from the Army, and he's retired from the correctional facility. So he after he retired from that, he worked as a prison guard for a while, and he retired from that recently as well too. Like, even when I started making videos, he was like, black people make liquor? Like, he didn't even know. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Exactly. And so, every time I'm talking about doing something entrepreneur-wise, you're like, don't forget about your job, Charles. They're the one paying the bills or whatever, right? So it's one of those.
That's military for you.
Yeah. So they've always supported me. I love them, and I love like showing them these new cool things too. Like my mom, it's crazy when my mom will call me like, Charles, there's this other black-owned brand I just heard about. Do you have them on your website or something? So like she was like, there's a black-owned bread company. Have you heard of that one? So like just sending me stuff, or like she was like, have you heard of this Fawn Weaver? And then I show her a picture of me and Fawn Weaver, like, and we took a picture together. She's like, oh my god, So it's always cool, like them seeing some of the things I've done and grown so much.
Well, I mean, I got you on the site. I'm trying to level this up. I wanted to add you into the podcast so that I can highlight you. I mean, I didn't know about you, and I really, I'm trying to grow. I did as a software developer, you tend to lean on AI to get through a lot of stuff that you don't want to do. So I was trying to get it to pull out people of color in the culinary space, right? And it would only I wanted 200 names, right? 200 names. It would only give me 50.
AI will not do. Like, one thing I've learned about using AI, you have to piecemeal it sometimes. Like, you can't say like, hey, here's a big task, go do it. Like, no, here's step 1. Okay, now you got that 50. Let me get another 50. Okay, you got that 50. Let me get then maybe you even have to use different AI systems for different stuff, right? Too.
That's exactly what I did.
You have to baby it.
Yeah, I hit Gemini, I hit Claude, I hit a few other ones.
Yeah, maybe Perplexity might actually be the search for the most recent data. Perplexity might be good too. And then I even started messing around with Kimmy K2, which is like, it's one of the Chinese ones, so it's like I kind of like, I don't want to give it anything personal, but it's also gives great output. So like, it's cool too.
So yeah, personally, I'm looking at OpenAI. I want to try and get. I want to get a good running list. My site has this area on people that you should know, and that's really to focus on people of color who are who are somehow attached to people in the military. Because that's I'm looking for people who are me, which is basically what I mean. You're a brat, so seeing that you know all about, you're connected. But I didn't know you were a brat, so that makes you even more in my community. The overlap is great there, and it's really important to me that I get these people highlighted because they're not seen as often. They're usually behind the scenes. This is the big problems that we have. But I'm just like I said, I got a couple more. I mean, they're proud of your accomplishments, so I don't need to hit that one. I got these little cards that are kind of like, hey, midlife answer.
Oh yeah.
Right. There's the one I wanted to ask. I wasn't certain about. So what did your spouse think about this? And now I say spouse because I'm to understand you're engaged.
Oh yeah, I just got engaged in October.
Congratulations.
Yes. She is amazing and supportive. She's not as big on camera, like doing like TikTok videos and stuff like that. But she actually just came out with a book recently. Like she just hit published on it yesterday, which is like a taste of home cookbook. So I can't wait to like be able to show that off and support her there. Yeah, and she's also working on this other like young adult novel, which is amazing too. But I think she's so good at like keeping me grounded and like sometimes I have these crazy big ideas. It's like, hey, let's take it one step at a time. Like, have you eaten today? You know what I mean? Like let's like, hey, you got all these boxes coming in. Can we unbox some of these right now? Like keeping me organized and stuff. So yeah, if it wasn't for her, I don't think I could do any of this. So it's amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw a video of you doing some stuff in the house there. I wasn't certain if that
well, she helped me put up these shelves. I actually have like 2 or 3 videos of coming out, so I'm actually in the middle of editing them now, like because I had like since we moved in together, I had a lot of boxes that just ADHD would not let me like get on to filming, and she was like, no, we're going to do this. So she actually's with me, like doing a lot of not only zero proof stuff. We have a tequila video coming out. We have a Black women-owned glassware brand coming. The video coming out. It's like stuff that I sell on my site that I just haven't been able to promote. So she's actually helping me do it. So yeah, she's been amazing.
It's always great when you have somebody that's supportive. My wife has a YouTube channel also. So this is
amazing, yeah.
She's Cindy's Savory Scrapper, which is always a spot where Cindy can display her thing because I'm the bad guy cooking. All the stuff with the extra butter. She's trying to make people actually realize that they shouldn't eat as much as I want to push on them.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always kind of like somehow some of those opposites. They just attract and work so well together and everything too. So yeah, it's been amazing. So yeah.
Are you a college man? I understand. No.
Yeah, so I went to Fayetteville State University in Fayetteville, North Carolina. You guys don't need to know what year I graduated. It's I finished. I started, I finished, man. So yeah, but that was a great experience down there. I actually went to high school down there too at E. Smith High School. So yeah, it was great. And every time I see a different HBCU, I always like want to drive through, like, hey, see what other HBCUs, see what they got going on, or things like that too. So yeah, it was a great experience.
You said your father served, but you didn't say whether you did or not, so I'm going to ask.
No, I did not serve. My dad did. So he was he was in the military. I don't know how many years, but I know he retired in the same ceremony where Colin Powell did. I remember he did say that.
Wow.
Yeah, so he retired when I was like 7 or something. So yeah, he retired. We were here in Northern Virginia, and then they moved down to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and they're still there. So.
Hey, so I got some wish upon a star questions.
Okay.
If you won $1 million today, or better yet, in the Powerball, $1.6 billion.
Wow, billion.
$1.6 billion. That means I have now bestowed upon you money of which you can do anything you wanted to with your life. What would you do?
That is so hard. So first, no debt. I'm out of debt.
Okay, I should take that away. So no debt. You bought your house. You got your favorite vehicle. Now I've taken away all those basic things that you can do. Tell me what would be your first cause of action?
I would make Your Friend Charles like the biggest website on the internet. Like you would not
Amazon
would never,
of black
yeah,
black
you would
liquor.
you would not be able to walk outside and not see me. You know what I mean? Like it would just be billboards, it'll be TV, it'll be everything. Like I think maybe even a physical store, who knows? Maybe I even have my own brand, a bottle or something like that too. Like it would be able to like really put in the resource. Like I have the vision, but like, there'll be something where it's like, hey, but just being able to have that process of being able to like, listen, the money to like, hey, guys, we don't have to, we can be our own distributors. Like, hey, not like we do have black owned distributors, but
Right.
like they're small. They can be bigger. They just need the influence. They just need the little bit of that cash to like, hey, just get there. So yeah, believe I'm always one of those guys like, listen, if I make it, everyone's making it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Take the family with you.
Exactly. So everyone's making it. Not everyone in the family can cook, but like, the people, the straight, some people that was like, hey, you're on fire. You just need to throw a little bit of gasoline on that just to blow you up. Like that. Those are the people I want. Those are the people that I want to help. So yeah.
Yeah, community building. That is what I would say is my superpower. So the question is, last one, what is your superpower?
Man, my superpower is, you know what? I just do not quit. I do not quit. I'm want to be known as the person that, even though it might be something I'm not good at, I'm going to work so hard that it is unreasonable for me to fail. You know what I mean? Like the reality is, if you work so hard at something, that failure, it just feels like it can't happen. It's people who work that hard don't fail. So yeah, that's the thing. Like if I'm gonna stay up till 2 a.m, I'm gonna learn this. Hey, UrFriendCharles.com, it was not some template that someone gave me or whatever, right? Like I had to do a lot of YouTube University to learn how to do that. Or like even trying to research to be like, hey, I'm trying to find out what college this one entrepreneur went to or something like that. Or like, people like when you email Charles at UrFriendCharles.com, like that's me. You know what I mean? Like there is no customer service team behind that. You know what I mean? Like it's all me, So I need to get these deals in to get this other thing in, you know what I mean? Like someone wanted, originally I didn't have Sir Davis on there, but someone wanted Sir Davis. So I was like, okay, let me do the thing. I'm gonna get a celebrity brand on there. Like I got Sir Davis on there to get someone shipped to something, someone wanted like they wanted something that was out of stock, and I was like, listen, I made all the phone calls to get it to them, you know what I mean? So it's like I just do not quit. I want to be happy. I want to be known as somebody who does good things, and yeah, I just work hard, do not quit, and you can't fail.
I hear you, my friend. You really have inspired me to not quit. I'll tell you that much.
Listen, man, you only lose when you quit, man. That's the only time. Like, as long as you're in it, as long as you show up. Showing up is 80% of the majority of people do not show up. Like even to grow a social media following, like I'm not a skinny white girl, right? Like this.
Really, you're not? I didn't notice.
Exactly. Like this is not the face of an influencer, right? People are like, hey man, you got all these followers, or whatever. Like, listen, I'm not. I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? I'm just a guy who had a passion, wanted to do something with it. And so like, and even sometimes I feel like I'm failing at things, but you also have to know like you've showed up and you know how to do it. So all you have to do is do it again, get back on the bicycle, right? Some people never even walk outside to go to the garage to get the bike out, So like, listen, it's just show up, keep going, and listen, you can't fail. It's unreasonable for you to fail. As long as you show up and keep going, you have no choice but to be successful.
So if there was one thing, we're gonna wrap this up. If there was one thing that you wanted to make sure the people understood, besides actually knowing the URL, which I am putting on the screen right now,
thank you.
I've been putting it on there since the beginning. I really want people to go there. There's one thing that you wanted them to know that you're doing next, and my friend, you got to narrow it down to one thing that you're doing next because you've done so much. What is it?
Local delivery. So right now, Your Friend Charles ships from about 5 different warehouses. Like I have 2 black-owned warehouses I ship out of in DC. I have one in New York, California, and Texas. But what people really I know people really go to my website, but they want it immediately. They want it now.
They
So
want that
I've been
Amazon
working.
next day.
But here's the thing: alcohol is hard or whatever, right? But I've been working with like
Flammable,
the
that's why.
Instacart. Yeah, flammable too. But I've been working with like the local, like third party local delivery folks. Well,
Grubhub and such.
yeah, exactly. So let's say if there's a product you want, if it's available in your local area and you can get it in an hour, I want you to be able to find that and buy it from your friend Charles. You know what I mean? Like there's so many products where like to get on the front of Grubhub probably costs another brand $100,000, whatever, right? But that's because but the liquor store has hundreds of thousands of bottles, whatever, right? But if I can get it to you in an hour, I want to be able to be that resource to do that. Like when I really saw that when someone from the Washington D.C. Fire Department, they bought 2 products from me. They bought 10-to-1 rum and Tea Capri tequila, and like I'm looking at these products and I'm like, one of them shipping from New York, the other one shipping from California. I'm like, this is really up the street at a local black-owned liquor store.
Right.
That I could have, if I could got it to him in an hour instead of them waiting a week for me to ship it, then they would have been such a much more happy customer and they'll be coming back all the time. And so that's the goal, is to tie in with the liquor stores that have like the Uber Eats and the Instacarts, whatever. So not only is it all black owned, we ship nationwide, but also if it's available to you in your local market, let's get it to you in your local market as well.
Yeah, the Uber. I used to work for a place called Clover. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
I've heard of Clover. Yeah, they do like the digital payment.
That's correct. So yeah, they when I literally worked on the POS system, the actual software as a service, the management system for that POS system, and to get it to do Uber Eats and things like that is what you really need. But you would need a location, a warehouse in which they can go pick it up for you directly.
Yes. They have Uber. I've been doing a lot of research. So like Uber has a service where you can white label your own delivery service. Right. I'm thinking about doing that, especially for black-owned liquor stores, but that's a little bit down the line. I'm going to try to, I want to outsource it, and then things that once that outsourcing is successful, what can I bring in-house? Yeah. Right.
Because one of the things I looked at, there's up the block for me is a fire station that's up for sale. They want just under $2 million. I was thinking I could just rip this up. You know, I could put a video studio in there, have 2 different video studios, run cooking classes in there, and then upstairs we could do we're centrally located on the island. So literally exactly in the middle of Long Island, both ends. So we can we can get all the way out to Montauk or whatever. But you could do a ghost kitchen, which would be pretty interesting, because then you can attach Uber Eats and deliveries only delivered from there. Boom, boom, boom. And get it out the thing. But that's a dream that's not yet.
You can make it happen, man. Oh, I need to get you hooked up. You're Long Island. I need to hook you up with Vanessa Braxton. She owns a Black Mama Vodka distillery.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she actually does. Yeah, she does a lot of white labeling for other brands. So like Ron Isley, he has a brandy. She makes that. There's a lot of other brands where she actually does this distilling for, and she's been at it for well over 10 years. She's amazing. So Uncle Nearest was probably the first like black-owned distiller that wasn't like that's just now recognized. Vanessa, she's actually like the first like legal, like, hey, actually recognize you have the certificate of being the first black master distiller, black woman master distiller out there. And so she is amazing. I know she's up there in New York too. So I think she was just talking about another $1 million she's putting into her facility and stuff too. Like she is a hustler and a scientist. So yeah, I definitely need to hook you up with her, because she's amazing.
Well, we will connect again. So once again, everyone, we're going to wrap this up. We got this, your friend Charles.
Yes.
My man here, as you can tell, he's got a lot of information about some great opportunities. The only thing we really didn't touch that much was about the wine. We didn't really touch that, but that means that we got to get together again.
Hey, we just got to do it again. That's all. We just got to do it again.
And you're going to tell me some more. We didn't even drink any of the booze yet. I was going to, crack open the thing, but hey.
Well, listen, man, it's also like, it's a Tuesday, right, man?
It's
like,
Tuesday. But it's
Tuesday.
Sushi Tuesday for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as we get done here, my wife and I is gonna, I'm gonna get that order in and have it delivered to the house.
Oh, okay,
That's how it is.
I don't know. Don't say that too loud. My fiance might hear you. I might have to do the same thing.
Got it, Bob. That's our thing before we every Tuesdays to get sushi.
Right. Awesome. I like that. Not tacos, but sushi. I like
that. Yeah. Well, tacos we do any time in the week. But once again, everyone, check out UrFriendCharles.com and get your order in to make sure that you order from this man. He's got so much selection. It's possible. You got people that, got some military stuff. Yeah. We got some people who making history in the world, pulling out that history and selling it to you. And we really want you to support these people. And that's all that matters to us. But once again, thanks a lot, Charles. This has been it.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. And we'll definitely do this again.
Yes, definitely. And thank you.